welcome to someone a month. Unfortunately, this is our last episode, but not to worry, as there'll be lots of fun coming up, of which Megan knows more about, so chat to her.
Stephen is going to give us a tour of Pop and Chew project and catch up with Fran the boss. We also have Big Tom, who's going to call in and chat to us about fundraising for Haiti. But not only that, we have G.I. and Costello performing in our studio. First up, this is Pop and Chew project.
Hello, welcome to the Pop and Chew project. Pop and Chew project was formed in 1997 when Becca and Columbian Youth Service joined forces. Down the road now, our old home was in Balbutcher Lane in the basements. And now we're here nearly 4 years. Come we have a take a look. This is where we play pool now, relax ourselves and show off our skills and that. And now this is where we play a bit of music. Oh, you just caught me doing a bit of artwork. Some people think I'm very artistic. And this is Pop and Chew's Wall of Fame. And this is where Big Tom, our youth worker, spends most of his time. And now, this is where I like to do my research.
Steve, I've never seen you in here before. Talk about.
And this is where I like to come and get away from them all and take a nap. And now I'm here joined with Pop and Chew Project Manager, Fran. How are you doing, Fran?
Hiya.
Fran, what made you be a youth worker?
Well, I always wanted to be a youth worker since I was about 14, when I was in my own youth club in Andersonstown, called St Agnes's Youth Club. So every day after school I went to the youth club and I helped out, and then I decided, well, if I want to be a youth worker, I'll have to do every possible course that came up. So anytime anything came into the youth club saying, do this, I did it. And then I eventually went to college and trained and got a qualification in youth and community work.
Tell us a bit about the project.
Okay, the project runs a real different variety of programmes and activities for young people between the ages of 10 and 21. Now mostly for that older age group of 18, 19, 20, whatever. People doing that have usually come through maybe junior leadership programmes and stuff, so they end up being volunteers. We have programmes for young women, we have programmes for young men, and we've mixed programmes. We've got drop-ins, which we call pop-ins, so people, you know, from our name, but, you know, it means that people can come in and just hang around and, you know, play pool and listen to the music on the jukebox, or just sit around and chat. But most cases what we want to do is maybe develop that into something more. So there can be sport and activities, adventure sort of, you know, sports and adventure stuff. Recreational sort of, often people come in and there may be just games being played down the back room. We have lots of, we have bicycles, we have table tennis, we have various things like that.
And how do you think the youth project affects the community?
Well, I hope it makes a significant impact on the community. I think it's because it's a community youth project, and it's managed by a board of volunteers. They have an emphasis on making sure that this project impacts in a positive way on the community, particularly in the young people in the community, that they feel that it's a safe place to come to, it's a place to hang out, it's a place to meet people, where they'll have a very effective youth work relationship with the adults who are the people who are employed to work here, and that relationship will be significant enough to have an impact on their lives.
What type of programs do you run?
Well, everything from filmmaking to programs where people have done songwriting and rap, you know, written raps and performed. We had an exchange with a group in Noma called Reinvent, and that was all about songwriting and rapping and interculturalism and things like that. We might get involved in organising some of the festivals in Ballymun, so people would link into youth arts programmes, or at Halloween time it's, you know, preparing for the parades and getting involved in the activities around that. Just anything that's going to help people develop their skills and their abilities to move as they move through childhood to adulthood.
Well, thanks, Fran, for having the chat with us. So, there you have it. Popping to You project, probably the best youth project in the world.
Hey, as I'm here with Thomas McMahon, a youth worker from Popping to You project. You'll probably remember him from a VT we made when we kicked the shit out of him. Hey Tom, thanks for coming in today.
No problem, thanks for having us.
What are you fundraising money for?
For fundraising for the trip to Haiti that's happening the 12th of August.
And where did it all come from?
It originally came from a programme that we ran at the end of 2011 where we had a group of settled young lads and settled travellers that were having issues every week, and they were resolving them by beating each other up. So we started a programme called the Conflict Resolution Action Programme.
Alright, how many young people are involved and what ages?
There was 4 young people and the age between 15 and 17.
And why Haiti?
The reason it's been Haiti, it's the facilitator we worked with, Ian White is his name. He works for Glen Creek Centre of Reconciliation. He does a lot of work in Haiti with gang members and ex-gang members and community workers. He has had people from Haiti over with us twice last year. We gave them the tour of Ballymun, showed them the youth projects, showed them all around, and just throughout the last year they've suggested that we go over to Haiti. So we think it'd be a great opportunity to bring the 4 young lads over.
Yeah, what's your plan when you get over there?
The plan is for the lads to take part in leadership programs with other young people their own age from Haiti, leadership programs, conflict resolution programs. We will be working with Concern in Port-au-Prince, which is one of the biggest slums. We'll be painting up the slums. We'll also hopefully be working down some football camps with some of the young people.
And has it been hard fundraising?
It's been really hard, yeah, but it's been interesting.
Do you hope this project will happen every year?
I'd like to see something like this happening every year, and there's already been talk around another one happening next year for some young women out of the project.
What type of fundraising have you been doing?
We've done lots of fundraising. Some of the first stuff we've done was some people have done a sponsored walk for us. We've had young people take part in the sponsored Mun Run. We've had cake sales, we've had coffee mornings, we've had where the local hurling clubs gave us their premises. We've had 2 nights there where we've had local bands donate their services, DJs. I've got waxed on one of the nights, which was really interesting and fun. So we've got lots of donations from like local businesses, local chemists gave us spot prizes. Some companies donated money. The likes of SIG have been really good.
And was the star being whacked?
No, not one bit.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay. What has the response from the fundraising been like?
The response has been really good. It goes to show that there's a really good community spirit in Ballymun, and it's been really, really good. And I'd like to thank everybody for all the hard work they've done.
Well, if anyone would like to donate, how would they get in contact?
They can contact us on the Popping to You project website or the Facebook page.
Here's an example of some of the fundraising Tom was involved in so far.
So far on the show, we have brought in some of the best musical talents from the heart of Ballymun. On this show, there is no exception. We have Gio and Costello from Street Literature performing alongside some of the rappers from our documentary. So sit back and enjoy.
Regular days, waking up doing the same, walking around with me brain stuck in a haze, conversating, contemplating about these young lives taken by the problems they're facing or the choices they're making. For the ones down the dumps, ones dealing with mad cunts, lads pulling fast ones, dads drunk mass, slum drinking up the cash funds, stashing the mattresses, no longer back up. Lad across the street last week got hacked up, that's why you act up. There's no help from the news and the mediated feuds, how they try to pollute and portray the youth, keep the lines thick and divided, so we're silent, stuck in dispute, confused. Classism that ravages the system, making sure we're all playing our positions. Watch me counteract like a born tactician. Serpents ask you to dance, you try to say no, but it's got you entranced. We're the attractions in this lost land, lots of fractions, out measuring grams. Have to push through the darkness to get to the light, but when you reach that point, you see it's worth the fight. Found the flip side, the crime on the rise, boys. You know we're getting striped in the night, getting comfortable, carrying knives, contemplating the thrive life, blinded by the prize, lost reflection in their eyes, fixated by the loot. Now every step they take is getting farther from the truth.
Yeah, gonna rip one up here now. From waking up and scripting, battling not to be another statistic up in the system. The point of life is to go through examining and expanding on your wisdom and leave your marks. And when you're dead and gone, people will say they miss them. We keep it real, what else would you expect? So the people in our circle, fucking right, we're gonna protect. Snapped out with that American accent quick when I heard Linko spitting flames. And Joey tells me to keep it lit. We don't need to be commercial, we just keep it relevant. Better than these other rappers who are shit like fucking excrement. This lyrical content is a way to vent. We're stubborn in our ways like our head was fucking cement. We're not looking for anybody's approval, we're just looking for ways to decipher lyrics to move you. Cause the stories that I told can be so fucking influential. It's out in the open now, they're no longer confidential. Never be a victim of censorship. We speak the facts even when they don't want us to mention this. From a place where it's gully, where we rock rallied out kicks and our faces are covered by hoodies. Where lads combine their money to neck back the bottles of suddy and go out for a laugh, but come home fucked up and bloodied. A place where you have to fight for your mental survival. Some turn to substance abuse, others turn to the Bible. Or turn to a bit of both, cause it seems to be no high road. Only time I get away is when I have headphones in with my eyes closed. I'm gonna rock one as well now. Yes. Reese, you jump in. Music is the essence that brings the remedy. As I vocalise with others, analyse to realise. I investigate and understand. I have to be wise before demons and devils start to rise. As I recognise and memorise as I stroll through the park, this is reality making its mark. As the sun goes down and the moon comes around, we capitulate to the dreams that were never found. Life is a test to eliminate and sleep is to abolish. What candidate to scheming and dreaming? I use focus and knowledge. This stuff is a passion. I'm using it to survive. As I seek the golden information, adopting my situation, lyrics and rhymes come from the education. Life is a game, a chess to play your formation and think about your next location so you can gain sensation. My only temptation is to government my free the nation. I'd love to know the killer's identification.
We spend life always dependent to be filled with resentment. When the night goes through our back and it's made clear with a deficit, I see through it like glass. If only you could see the plot and stop the plan, we'd have time to expand. Take this test and learn the lesson, stick it to the suit. Fuck the man. I'd rather have a spirit and soul than money and gold. A damaged reason to make sense of the logic. Pledge me knowledge for the souls of the weak, for the ones who can't make ends of the meat. This shit happens through the days of the week, the deep of the months, and it's happening to everyone. It could be you, it could be me, but no one knows because no one sees. You see, this life changes every day, but it's just temporary. Some keep their feelings bottled up and hit the cemetery. A harsh reaction's not the answer, but they don't see clear because global suicide is growing higher. That's the fear.
Now. Staring at the stars, constellations forming my silhouette. Sharing bars of revelation for yours all to intersect. Come chill with vets. Yo, the boys with intellect are in effect. Joe's to learn as we return your mind to its inner depth. Mixing temple balls of cigarettes as we fill a text for positivity to flourish. First, you gotta kill the stress. Living fresh when we finish sets. Take a minute's rest. Split the check. Humble thinking who the music will affect. Can't evolve if the rain is something that you still neglect. Share this talent with me friends. Shit's a rare skill at best. Hardcore heads for all you fools that haven't figured yet. We pop a pill of X and let the ill cassette spin on decks. Spit poetic beauty toward us, but save a vivid sketch. If you got dreams, then strive to achieve in the flesh. What everyday pass feels like a quest lasts a little less. Find peace and understanding that our lives mirror death.
Yeah. Oh. Surrounded by negativity, hellish imagery, embedded devilish symmetry that they sell as divinity. I dwell on the deficiencies of a heavenly trinity. How can you measure infinity? Where esoteric abilities, the vicinity where I be living be killing me. Got me fucking living in misery, counting incisions deep, fungal decisions we make on the regular. Synchronicity, secular, structure and molecular stability. Shit, the mission be to be twisting strawberry swishers off the coast of Sicily. Discussing mysteries in our history. See time limiters and the stimulus that's inside of us. Our syllabus is meticulous. Keep it lit if you're vibing and stuck in the snake pit. Don't get bit by the poisonous venomous cunts that's depriving us. The system's design, secrets of enlisted requirements for this wishful environment. I leave you crystals enlightened from scriptures of inquisitive writing.
Well, that's it for our last episode. Please don't cry. Keep your eyes peeled, as it won't be the last you'll see of us.
Yeah, bye. Can I go now?